What's good? Got the resilience hotline with Jessica. Just double checking my sound. Okay, we're good. Nice. It's Tuesday. How's your week been going so far? Put it in the comments. Okay, what are you working on? What are you doing? What are you up to? I want to hear from you. I've been doing the most, okay? We've got not only all of our events we host a lot of local events. We host a lot of online events. We do a lot with community because we see the importance of community now more than ever, right? Where the world is becoming more and more disconnected. People trust themselves less and less every day, let alone other people. People are addicted more and more to stimulation every single day. And the global elite have seen that as long as they're give them circus and give them peanuts and they will never revolt, right? Well, what's happening? I just saw this reel today. This reel was so good. Shout out Shelly. She sent me a reel. Guys, this I don't think I'm going to be able to play the whole thing. It's a little bit long, but it's just talking about how the state of I'm going to share my screen here in just a second. The state of here we go. Okay, pause that. All right, and then share screen. Okay, look at this.
They allowed it to happen because they know a permitted orderly march is the ultimate pressure valve for public rage. They let you scream into the void for 3 hours so you don't do something that actually disrupts their bottom line. It's a simulation of resistance. It's theater. It's completely, totally performative. This is not a new glitch in the system. It's the oldest feature in the book. Like, dude, we've been doing this shit since the fucking 60s. What the fuck is changing? What has changed since then? Nothing. Ever since the late 60s, the establishment figured out exactly how to domesticate dissent. They realized that if you completely outlaw protest, people get truly desperate and dangerous. But if you turn protest into a state-sanctioned parade, a weekend hobby where people can gather, blow off some steam, buy some merchandise, and take photos for their social media profiles, you render it completely useless. You turn rebellion into a lifestyle aesthetic.
Okay, he goes in for a while. It's a pretty long reel. But I just want to share that because that's what you're seeing is you're given enough, just enough to feel like, oh, I'm making a difference. Oh, I'm standing up. But really, are you? Is it actually making a difference in the world? No. Listen. We can scream all we want about what's happening, but it's still happening. Okay. We individually have to start taking more responsibility. And I know the average person is like, oh my gosh, what is she saying? Responsibility. Oh, that's such a nasty word. I don't want to have to take more responsibility. I want to take the least amount of responsibility. Guys, let's wake up to the reality of how existence works here. Okay. You have to take responsibility because at the end of the day, you're responsible whether you're directing that response or not. Okay? How you affect reality because of what you participate in is accumulating consequences, whether you're actively directing those consequences or not. So, why don't we start directing those consequences in a way that is actually beneficial for people instead of destroying the planet we live on, instead of accumulating systems that don't actually support the life here? Okay. So let's actually direct our responsibility because people don't realize what you participate in is actually accumulating in this world. It is. Even if you're not building anything productive. Even if you're just entertaining your life away, even if you're in the eat, sleep, work cycle, Like that is accumulating consequences, but not the kind of consequences we want. That's accumulating consequences that are to our detriment. How about we start accumulating consequences by directing our actions that are actually productive for the life here, right? Because what can we be certain of? We can be certain that we exist here in this reality. Woo! So why not make it better? Why not make it better? Are you down for that? Because you exist. You want to vote one vote for making this reality better? Put it in the chat. Are you down to make this world better because you exist here? Or are you going to make it worse? Like, really, that's what it comes down to. Like, because you exist here, are you going to make it better or worse? Are you going to choose self interest or consider all life? That's it. And I know your mind is going to be like, oh, it's not that simple. Oh, XYZ. Oh, complication. Oh, make everything so complicated. But is it really that complex? Or is that what you've been sold? Is that the system that has been imparted on you? Hmm? 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 I'm here today to start sharing with you about this amazing group that we started back in 2020 when we saw more than ever the world needed to come together with that understanding of considering all life instead of just self-interest. And this group has been profound for many people where their life will never be the same. Okay? Because we talk about actually living in a way that is going to accumulate the kind of consequences we want to accumulate. The ones that are considering all life, the ones where we're more responsible for the reality we're creating. Guys, we talk about the concept of taking ultimate responsibility. And I know that doesn't sound sexy because we've been so conditioned to think, oh, we just got to blame. We just got to blame. Oh, it's the global elite. It's this group. It's that group. It's this reason XYZ. Because we just don't want to take responsibility for what we're creating. But guess what? In Self Perfected, we talk about how we take ultimate responsibility, how we are the ones responsible for what's happening in the world actually, and that we get to, because of that, also change how we're creating in this world for real. Okay. And it's so fun. Okay. We have these Friday night hangouts every Friday, and we go on Zoom and we chat it up. Drake is so good. He's so good at leading these Zoom calls. Okay? We have people from all over the world joining in. And we go over the cutting edge of responsibility. It's profound every single week. And then they've got the podcast on Sundays. Mitchell's there, Drake's there, Cameron's there, and they're going in about the state of the world, what's currently happening, and what are the implications of that for the average person. Because the average person has their head under a rock. Okay, I talked about that last time. Anyone was there on my live stream last week. I was talking about how people are they're just under a rock. Okay, this book is my rock right now. And I'm over here and I'm like, let me help you start lifting that rock. You can start to see the reality of what's happening in the world. Because you can't just keep hiding under a rock. You can't just keep saying, oh, it's not affecting me. Oh, it's not affecting me. Because if you keep doing that, that's going to catch up to you. And then you're going to be like, man, I don't like this. I don't like that my income is contingent on me listening to the protocols and that I can't save any money because they won't send me the money, and that I have to have a certain social credit score in order to get the money, and they can freeze my accounts if I do something they don't like me doing, and I can't leave the 15-minute city because my carbon imprint is too high, and so I got to stay in my little zone. Okay, if anybody wasn't on Mitchell's live stream this morning, it was so good. It was so good. Mitchell is my husband, for anybody who doesn't know. His live stream this morning was amazing. Why are we spending so much time live streaming? Because we see the value of reaching other people. Okay, we see the value of bringing people together who see the common sense of considering all life instead of just choosing self-interest, so we can actually create change in the world. We see the value of educating all the people of the world to have a high elite level of education so that we can actually productively create systems that meet human basic needs in a way that isn't destroying the planet we live on. Because isn't that actually common sense for real? That every human being deserves to be highly educated, that every human being deserves to have their basic needs met. What could we create in this reality if every human being had their basic needs met and every human being had an elite level of education? Guys, we can't even fathom it, because we have been told that only a select few are intelligent and that you'll never get there, and that there's no way we can meet the human's basic needs. But that is a lie. That is an absolute lie, because in our group, we have proven that the average person can have an elite level of education, and that the resources in this world is abundant. The resources are abundant, you guys. And it's so funny how the global elite think that they can get away with abusing all the resources. But the problem is we've all been going along with it. We've been saying, yes, please take responsibility for me, because I don't trust myself to do it. I haven't learned any of those skills. I don't know how to grow my own food. I don't know how to make my own soap or whatever, make my own clothes, or all these different things that are required for humans to live. We've said, hey, I don't want to take responsibility for that anymore. You can do it for me, global elite. And the global elite are like, yes, great. We can profit off that. And because you don't know how to do any of those things for yourself, then you can't argue with how we do it. And so they get away with totally destroying the planet we live on, producing cheap shit. Guys, and then we're begging for them to do it. We're like, yes, please, 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 please. Do it like this, do it like that, fast fashion this, shitty food that. Like, what? You're just begging for them to continue to create this system of abuse. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Hello, that's why I'm live streaming right now. Hello, that's why I'm live streaming right now. Let's talk about the real shit. Let's talk about what we've been avoiding and putting under the rug for too long. Well, that shit's coming out. You can't avoid it anymore. You can't avoid it anymore. It's in your face. All the responsibilities you've been abdicating, it's in your face. The consequences that's accumulated in this world and on this planet. And now they think that they could just suck all the water away just to build these data centers. Guess what? Guess what the average person is realizing? Yeah, this is not a good idea. This is not a good idea to just allow them to do what they want to do anymore. We got to start standing up, and we got to start taking responsibility for our basic needs again, because they've been doing it in a shitty way. Now they have too much control, and now they're doing a lot of shit with AI without thinking about the consequences of it. They're like, I don't know what we're creating, but I just want to be the first one to do it, and not even thinking about having the safety built into it. Guys, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm live streaming. I'm like, hello. Join our group, Self-Perfected. This is where we're talking about the cutting edge of taking responsibility, because now more than ever, this is necessary. Welcome. Welcome, my friends, where we talk about the real shit. Okay? The world is not in a good place right now. And a lot of people think that if they just feel good now, and if they just focus on love and light, that that's going to fix this reality. But that is not taking responsibility for the consequences we're accumulating. That's ignoring it and playing into the global elite scheme of, yes, don't pay attention to the consequences we're accumulating. Please just focus on you feeling good so that we can keep doing what we're doing. And I'm like, we're over here, this group, self-perfected. We're like, hey, everyone that's not okay with how this world is run right now, and you want to start taking responsibility for that, even if it's just in your own life. Guys, it doesn't even have to be crazy. Just in your own life, you could just do it for you and your family. That's it. It doesn't take that much. It literally, have you ever heard of a grassroots movement? Do you understand what that means? Watch this. Okay, I've got okay, oh, my screen is not shared right now, but I'll share it in just a second. Grass. Okay, check this out. Let's share this. What's up? Ooh, I'm losing my voice. I can hear it. I'm like yelling on this live stream right now. Like, wake up! Wake up! Here we go. I'm sharing now. All right. Grassroots movement is a bottom up approach where ordinary citizens, rather than politicians, corporations, or established institutions, unite to drive social, environmental, or political change. These initiatives rely on collective community action, such as local organizing, excuse me. Dramatic pause. Okay, went away. Volunteer fundraising and digital activism to influence policy and shift public opinion. Guys, we are a grassroots movement. Okay? We are here to take the average person and show them how they can profoundly impact the world simply by taking responsibility in their own life. They don't have to get into politics necessarily. They don't have to do all these big things that they think is required to change the world. No, it actually truly is one individual at a time. One person taking responsibility in their life at a time. And I know that doesn't sound sexy. I know. I know. But guys, have you ever looked at the power of 10? Have you ever looked at it? Do you even know what that is? Guys, another thing that is really cool. Okay. Okay, so that's I'm not gonna be able to share it like that, but if I go calculator mode, hold hold for just one moment, please, while I bring this up. Okay. And share screen. It's not gonna let me share Chrome tab. Okay. Let's go like this. I'm gonna share my entire screen. Can I do that? No, I don't know. I cannot show you the calculator. That's fine. I'll just explain it to you. Here we go. So I've got my handy dandy little calculator here. All right. What happens when you have 10 people? 10 people that are like, hey, I kind of like what she's talking about. You hop on a Friday night hangout and you're like, okay, this group is pretty cool. They got something here. There's something here. And then those 10 people, what if they all just decide, I want to start sharing this group a little bit? And what do you guys think? 10 people? If 10 people shared it with each person shared it with 10 more people. Okay? That's it, right? Super easy. 10 people. Okay, say I shared this with 10 people. There's probably been about 10 people at least that have seen this by now, live time, right? So 10 times 10, right? Well, guys, if you take 10 people, don't even need the calculator at this point, times 10, you get 100 people. That's not that hard. That's not that hard. 10 people times 10 people, you get 100 people. Okay. Guys, listen. This is where it gets really crazy. Okay? If 10 people share with 10 more people, so let's take that times 10 again. Those same 100 people share with 10 people. You have 1,000 people. Oh, that's only 3 renditions. What? Okay, what if you take it times 10 again? What if those 1,000 people shared with 10 more people? Okay, what happens then? 10,000. Now you suddenly have 10,000 people. What if they share with 10 more people each? 100,000. Okay, 10 more, 10 more, 1,000,000, right? Okay. Well, this just keeps going and it doesn't take that many rounds for us to literally encapsulate the whole earth. It's not that far away. It's not that far away. Do you think you have influence over 10 people? How many people do you are friends with on social media? Huh? Even if you simply started to take responsibility in your own life and just throwed it out there like, hey, look at this cool group. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm asking from you. And you literally could change the world. You could be a part of changing the world. Isn't that profound? If you've never realized that for yourself, you should write out those numbers actually and realize that it doesn't take that much. It does not take that much for us to have a grassroots movement that actually changes the world. Because I am done with these revolutions of power hungry control mechanisms. Average person needs to be highly intelligent so that they are not controllable, so they have common sense, so that we can actually be the self leaders we need to be in order to have an effective system in place. Because if we're constantly dependent on other people who are smarter than us and have more power than us, then we're just going to keep producing the same cycles that we've been walking through. Like history repeats itself if you don't actually change. So you can try and do something different, but if the human beings in those systems aren't changing, then it's just going to create the same cycle of followers. We don't need followers anymore. We need people who are actually willing to take responsibility, people who are actually willing to develop themselves into highly effective human beings. We can have a society full of highly effective human beings that is amazing. Imagine everybody was super highly effective and they weren't making decisions out of self-interest. They were actually making decisions out of, oh, let me consider all life when making a decision. How crazy is that? The world would be profoundly better. Profoundly better. So, guys, I came here today and I simply wanted to help you understand the value of community. And this community right here is the one that is taking the most responsibility in the world. If you want someone if you want to join a group where they're taking full responsibility in their lives, where people are like, yeah, I'm totally about this. I'm going to consider all life. I am going to work on myself actually for real. This process of perfecting myself, yes, 100%. Because what else are you going to do in this life? Are you just not going to try and be the best that you can be? Are you just going to keep living your own selfish life and not consider that your life can make a difference? No, you need to join us. Realize your life can make a difference. Realize you can reach your highest potential by actually having effective tools and joining a group of people that are all striving for that every single day. Like, do you want your community to just be full of people who are satisfied with just getting by, satisfied with just entertaining their life away by choosing self-interest? Are you okay with that? The people that are okay with the world being destroyed by the global elite? Like, do you want to continue to live in a way that isn't reaching your highest potential? Isn't realizing how much impact you actually can have in the world? I'm here to find the others. Hello, hello, hello. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I want to find you, find you, find you. Join us, join us, join us. of people who are interested in the world actually becoming a better place in their lifetime. Join us! Friday night Zoom call in Self Perfected is a great way to start. DMing me or my husband Mitchell, watching my husband Mitchell's live stream, watching Cameron Cope's live streams, Drake Peterson's live streams. Join us, plug in, hear about what we're up to, because we are a real group making a real difference in the world. We are helping people become highly effective and to take more responsibility in their life for real. And it may not sound as sexy as you want it to, and it may sound uncomfortable, but guess what? How are we supposed to change the world if we're not willing to be uncomfortable? How are we supposed to change the world if we're not willing to change our own lives? Your life isn't going to change if you don't change. So we got to start changing things up. Let's start changing things up. Give me a little shake. shake your life. Are you ready to shake things up? Okay, then hit me up. Hit up my husband. Join the Friday night hangout. And let's change the world together, baby. Let's go.